friends, good evening. Welcome to my YouTube channel Inhale Academy. So friends, today we will discuss about some MCQs for railway, SEL, NORCET, OSSC and all nursing exams. So question number 1, first pair of teeth to erupt in children is option number A, incisor, option number B, canine, option number C, molar, option number D, premolar. Here answer is option number A, incisor. First pair of teeth erupt in children is lower central incisor at 6 months, then upper central incisor at 8 to 9 months. So here answer is option number A, incisor. Then question number 2. Caput succedaneum resolve within option A within 3 days, option B within 7 days, option C within 12 days, option D within 10 days. So before going to the question, we should know that what is caput succedaneum. Caput succedaneum is the collection of fluid in the soft tissue of the skull just over the bone, and it crosses the suture line. Caput succedaneum crosses the suture line. Without any treatment, caput succedaneum resolve within 48 to 72 hours. Means caput succedaneum resolve within 48 to 72 hours. Means within 3 days. So answer is option A, within 3 days. Question number 3. Which of the following is a vitamin K dependent factor except option number A, factor 2, option number B, factor 3, option number C, factor 9, option number D, factor 10. So, we should know that the vitamin K dependent clotting factors are factor 2, factor 7, factor 9 and factor 10. Factor 2, factor 7, factor 2, factor 7, factor 9 and factor 10. So here the answer is factor 3, because all our factors are the vitamin K dependent factor except factor 3. Factor 3 is not vitamin K dependent factor. So answer is option B, factor 3. Then question number 4. Drug used in the treatment of neonatal jaundice. Drug used in the treatment of neonatal jaundice is option A, phenobarbital, option B, calcium gluconate, option C, betamethasone, option D, diazepam. So here correct answer is phenobarbital. Phenobarbital is used in the treatment of neonatal jaundice. Why? Phenobarbital acts in the liver and induce gluconoryl transferase. So phenobarbital is used in neonatal jaundice. Question number 5. Cracked pot sound on percussion over hydrocephalus baby is called. Option number A, Chadwick sign, option number B, Corning sign, option number C, Homan sign, option number D, Markman sign. So here answer is Markman sign. Cracked pot sound on percussion over hydrocephalus baby is called Markman sign. So what is Chadwick sign? Chadwick sign is a bluish discoloration of the cervix and vagina. Bluish discoloration of cervix and vagina is known as Chadwick sign. What is Corning sign? Corning sign means severe stiffness of the hamstring muscle cause an inability to straighten the leg when the hip is placed to 90 degrees. That is called Corning sign. Then what is Homan sign? Homan sign means pain in the calf muscle of the leg upon dorsiflexion of the foot with leg extended. This sign is seen in deep vein thrombosis. Homan sign is seen in deep vein thrombosis. So here answer is option D, Markman sign. Question number 6. Rh negative mother delivered a baby. Which among the following tests is more likely to be ordered for the baby? Option number A, direct cum test, option number B indirect Coombs test, option number C blood culture, option number D platelet count. Here answer is direct Coombs test. So what is Coombs test? Coombs test is the test to determine if Rh antibodies are present. Indirect Coombs test is done to the mother and direct Coombs test is done to the baby. So here question is test for the baby. So answer is direct Coombs test. If question is test for the mother, then answer is indirect Coombs test. But here question is test for the baby. So answer is direct Coombs test. Blood culture and platelet count are not advised for Rh negative mother. So answer is option A. Then question number 7. Most suitable position for a child who came to OPD with complaint of epistaxis. Option A supine, option B prone, option C sitting, option D lithotomy. Here answer is sitting. Sitting position should be given if a child complained of epistaxis. Sitting is the most appropriate position because keep child's head elevated but not hyperextended, because hyperextension may cause bleeding into the pharynx and possible of aspiration. So sitting position should be given. Hyperextend position should not be given because chances of aspiration. So sitting position is given to epistaxis patient. Question number 8. Closure of the foramen ovale occurs after birth because option number A decreased blood flow across foramen ovale, option number B shifting of pressure from right side of the heart to left side of the heart, option number C increased oxygen tension in the blood, option number D placental circulation close. Here answer is option number B shifting of pressure from right side to left side of the heart. Why? During feto-placental circulation, the pressure in the heart is much higher in the right side, but once breathing or crying is established, the pressure will shift from right side to left side of the heart and will facilitate the closure of the foramen ovale. The remaining of the foramen ovale is known as fossa ovalis. If this opening is failed to close, then arterial septal defect occur. If foramen ovale is not closed, this is called arterial septal defect. Here closure of the foramen ovale occurs after birth because shifting of pressure from right side of the heart to left side of the heart. Then question number 9. Most common diagnostic test performed in a child who is suspected to be suffering from meningitis. Option number A MRI, option number B X-ray spine, option number C CT scan, option number D lumbar puncture. So which test is advised in a patient with meningitis? Here answer is option number D lumbar puncture. Question number 10. Drug used for closing patent ductus arteriosus. Drug used for closing patent ductus arteriosus. Option A paracetamol, option B ibuprofen, option C mefenamic acid, option D prostaglandin. So here answer is option B ibuprofen. Both indomethacin and ibuprofen are equally effective in closing patent ductus arteriosus. Question number 11. Commonly used shunt in hydrocephalus. Commonly used shunt in hydrocephalus. Option A ventriculoarterial, option B ventriculoperitoneal, option B ventriculopericardial, option D ventriculopleural. Here right answer is option B ventriculoperitoneal. Ventriculoperitoneal shunt is used in hydrocephalus. Why this is called ventriculoperitoneal? Because CSF fluid, cerebrospinal fluid shunting is required for hydrocephalus. In this procedure, CSF is diverted from the ventricle of the brain to peritoneal cavity by using a silicone rubber device. As C-shape divert from ventricle of the brain to peritoneal cavity, it is called VP shunt. The shunt is from ventricle of the brain to peritoneal cavity. So this is called VP shunt or ventriculoperitoneal shunt. So right answer is B, option B, ventriculoperitoneal shunt. Question number 12. Birth weight of a newborn baby is 3 kg. What is the expected weight of the baby at 1 year of age? Option number A 6 kg, option number B 9 kg, option number C 12 kg, option number D 15 kg. Here right answer is option number B 9 kg because weight of the child triples at the age of 1 year. At the age of 1 year. So baby's question is baby's weight is 3 kg at 1 year of age. At 1 year of age baby's weight is triplet, so 3 into 3 equal to 9. So at 1 year of age the baby's weight is 9 kg. Friends, this much for today's topic. Hope you will like this video. For more informative video, please do subscribe, like and share. Thank you.